Nadia and I had been seeing each other for about 3 months. I don't recall exactly how we met or when we decided we would start seeing each other regularly. It just happened naturally. And before we knew it, we were spending almost every day together. Today I dragged her to my favorite sledding hill. Nadia wasn't much for sledding. She wasn't much for cold weather at all, really, which I found a little strange given that her family was Russian. I figured they were cold weather folk.
Come on, you'll regret it if you don't do it. You'll be perfectly safe. I'll hold you the whole time. Come on, let's go.
Fine.
Great. Careful. See, it's safer on the sled. Come on. Okay, sit right here. That's all right. No, it was just a kid. He crashed on purpose. Come on. Put your feet in. Ready? Buddy, can you give us...
And so away we went, barreling down the slope, and at a speed that caught me by surprise. The spray of snow and ice seemed to wrap us in a cocoon, but without the feeling of safety. The scrape of slope beneath us and the roar of the wind made it almost impossible to hear. Nadia's scream sounded like it was a mile away. But any fear I should have felt was replaced by exhilaration and a daring idea. So I leaned in, and right next to Nadia's ear I said in a low voice, "I love you, Nadia."
That was great, right?
I'm never doing that again.
Feeling a bit guilty, I sprung for hot chocolate, knowing it was Nadia's favorite.
Sorry about that.
When I returned, she seemed fully recovered from the cold, but stared at me with questioning eyes. Had I really said those words? Or was it just the wind and her imagination? I didn't give an answer.
Look, I'm really sorry that I made you do that. You probably hate me, don't you? We can go. Let's go. I can take you home.
No, I'm okay, really. I'm not ready to go just yet.
And so we sat there, drinking our hot chocolates. Nadia searching my face for clues, while I waited for her patience to run out.
He went head first right into the snow. And when he came up, his face was just, it was covered in snow. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Looks like we just about drunk up all the hot chocolate they got here. So, we should go.
You want to go down one more time?
Down the hill?
Yeah.
Sure. Hey, buddy. You give me a push?
So again our sled went racing down the hill, and at a speed that felt even faster than before. The spray of snow, the hiss of wind, and the scrape of the ice filled me with exhilaration once again. So I leaned in close and whispered, "I love you, Nadia," just as I had before.
It's not so bad the second time, right? But you screamed again, I heard you. Or was that me? I don't know. Anyway, I thought we were gonna wipe out there a second time. It took all my concentration just to keep us in the sled. Okay. Well, it's really sweet of you to go down again with me. But I guess we should go, huh?
One more time.
You want me to sit in the front?
It's okay, I'll sit in the front.
You sure?
Yeah, I like the front.
Okay. Ready? Feet in. Can you give us a push? Here you go. Here we go. Ah!
So then a third time we went hurtling down the hill, everything as before, except Nadia was looking right at me. I pretended not to notice and waited. Eventually, fear overcame her and she turned away. Again, I leaned in and whispered, "I love you, Nadia." And so the mystery remained a mystery. As we walked home, she remained silent as if in deep thought. She wrapped herself around my arm, leaned her head on my shoulder, and held me at a slow pace. The next morning, I got a wake-up call. It was Nadia saying if I was going sledding today to let her know when. We went later that day, and again almost every day for the next few weeks. One day, when I was passing by the hill on my way home, I spotted Nadia, all alone, trudging to the top of the hill with a sled under her arm. Had she decided to put it to a test? To see if she could hear those words of love whispered on the wind if I were not there? I watched as she mounted the sled. Whether or not she heard those words, I don't know. Soon the spring came and melted the snow. The hill we spent so much of our time on turned from white to green. The place where Nadia could hear those sweet words was gone, and soon I would be gone too. I had been planning all along to spend a few months abroad and wasn't certain I'd return at all. Nadia knew that, which is why, I guess, she showed little concern when we said goodbye. I'm not certain what compelled me to follow, traveling unseen on the other side of the fence to see if she would appear on the back porch. Maybe my ego wanted to see if she was really going to miss me. Suddenly a breeze arose. It was ice cold, as if left over from winter. I watched Nadia as it washed over her, and I instantly knew the memory the cold wind had brought to her. And just as I had done so many times before with wind as my guise, I whispered in a low voice, "I love you, Nadia." That was several years ago. I did return eventually. By then, Nadia had married and started a family. And after that day, watching her through the fence, I began to realize how much the weeks we spent sledding down that hill, with the wind bringing her the words, "I love you, Nadia," had meant to her. And now that I'm older, I can't understand why I said those words. I didn't love her. Why did I think that was such a clever joke?